The Arrma FireTeam 6S tactical unit is here. It doesn't fit my rack, so we gotta get to that table. Let's go. Time to get this thing opened up. I've seen this one right here. 11 Charlie RC was here at the Exoplex. Phenomenal. I've not seen the white one. That's what this is. So yeah, let's get this thing opened up. Let's see what we got going here. Check that out. Oh man. That's gonna be the radio right there. Box down, box down. There we go. I bet it'll fit my rack now. There we go. All right. Very nice. It's gonna get dirty soon. Now we're gonna go over this thing and catch the stuff that catches my eye on this. Body, very nice structural supports. Now, like I mentioned with the 11 Charlie RC, look at these right here. See these bumps and all this stuff like that? That helps to lock into the chassis. Oh man, would you look at this? It'll never be this clean again. Ever. Haha. Let's go ahead and dig into this. Let's look inside of this thing here. Full themed out, ready to go. I gotta say, I do like the body. I like all the tube work. I like the ruggedness of it. Got some awesome places for some stickers. Very nice. That's my finger. It's still squeaky clean, guys. Underneath the body, very similar to the Mojave. Now, what it does have, just like the Felony, and even though this is a little bit different of a configuration, it has the parking brake or handbrake. Now, when 11 Charlie was here, we were using this and it was locking up the back end and actually helping us catch some slides. So with my one-handed driving, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. But I'm going to eventually change radios to something that'll give me a little bit more control, that I can, you know, bang, 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 lock that in and out and get in and out of it pretty quick. I wish I had a momentary setup for this, but that way I could just in and out, lock it, boom, and go. But yeah, 652S or 652 servo. All right, pretty much standard Firma stuff. 2050 kV motor, standard issue for most of your Arrmas now. Now, I know that everybody was saying, oh, it's just a Mojave. It's just a Mojave with Creighton arms and all that. Well, yeah, I believe it is. But there's a beauty in that, guys. And that beauty is that there are already aftermarket parts available for this. So, yeah. It means that there's parts available. When they come out with an all-new vehicle, it's rare that they come out and have already parts and upgrades and all that stuff ready to go. That's kind of rare to see. But this right here actually allows us to modify this thing pretty darn quickly if we want to. So, sway bar there, sway bar in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and go get my Mojave and do a direct comparison for you guys. Okay, let's take a look at these things side by side. Obviously, it's got different side pieces on the chassis. This is more like a short course truck. This is more like a basher. The biggest issue that I've had with this right here have been the internal diff gears. Constant issue. Sometimes the front dog bone will pop out. As we saw with 11 Charlie RC, it took everything really good. I believe it's got the exact same diffs in it. So that hopefully I won't have an issue with that. The Creighton arms and all that, so there are upgrades available. I believe I've never had a Creighton 6S. But yeah, it's all here. The big difference is we got the cutting brake or parking brake or hand brake, whatever you want to call it, right there. I'm pretty sure it'll go right on this if I wanted to. Probably have to do a little drilling down there. But 2050 stock system. This one has a 2200 kV hobby wing and the actual 8 SESC. Obviously, raw 500 stock, which is completely stock, right? Now, looking at the bell crank and all that, that all looks the same. So that's actually pretty good in my opinion, that we can swap parts and pieces. Now, I'm not planning to do a whole lot of mods to this, just a few minor things, but I'll get to that at some point. Yeah. Let's go and flip these things over. Okay, now I'm looking at these two. Now, obviously, you know, I've kind of driven this one quite a bit, right? The chassis holes are the same. They look like all the same, all the way down into the back here. So that means that the brake assembly back here should go right on with no mods at all. So that's actually a good thing. The shock towers appear to be just a little bit different. Maybe these are the Creighton shock towers. You know, like the front shocks look to be quite a bit longer than what's on the Mojave here. So, hey, yeah, I can do that. Let's look at what comes in the package and all that. Here's the radio. SLT3, standard issue radio. It does not have a gyro, at least not from what I saw. Yeah, I've got some Vidavon parts over there, guys, already. Since it reuses old parts, it means parts are available, like I mentioned earlier. It does come with a high-speed pinion gear. Shims for the diff, the ring and pinion. Now, when I go to put these in right here, we'll have to see if those are needed or not. But the aluminum bulkheads, like this right here, keep all your deflection, you know, out, so the pinion and ring gear hold their mesh right. Now, shock pistons, in case you want to do some tuning. And we have the tools right here. I've got a few of those now. And I've got probably 25 or 30 of those. Hex wrenches, stuff like that. We got the FireTeam manual and all that. And look right here. I already have a breakdown of all the diff gears. Yay! Which, speaking of diffs, you guys got to know, with the handbrake on the back, you can't do the old same thing where you put the earplugs in the center diff and all that, because for this to work, the center diff has to be free enough, because this locks the drive shaft down right here. And that right there locks down, so this differential must work freely to go to the front drive only, so the back can, you know, lock. Yeah, Power Hobby sand paddles. I'm already looking at different tire options for this thing. Although these tires are phenomenal, I love the scale look. You guys know I'm gonna be trying some tires on this thing, right? But anyway, yeah, that differential has to be able to work. If you put a spool in there, this right here will just simply try to stop the entire vehicle. This has to work right here. This doesn't disconnect anything. It just stops this rear center drive shaft. So that center diff must be kind of loose for all this to work. You know it's coming. You guys know I'm going to be testing all kinds of things out here. Oh yeah. We're going to give this a quick power up on 4S. This way we can actually get a little bit of operational check here. That's there. Now I believe this button right here. So this is set for momentary. Now see what it's doing here? Do you hear the sound change? you can actually hear it overpowering the center diff. So if you were to do this a whole lot, you would probably melt that center diff down. I don't even know if that is, okay. Yeah. It appears they did put a metal diff in there, which is a good thing. So that was a good find right there. Because if not, you'll melt that thing down bad. Because it has to really work to get over that. But it is working though. That's pretty darn cool. Now the problem is, if I'm driving one-handed, I'm not going to be able to hit that and do any maneuvers. So I got to figure out another way to drive this so I can show you guys that. But anyway, everything is up. It works. Looks good. Well, guys, that was what I found interesting. I was able to show you guys the handbrake, and hopefully I was able to explain that a little bit to you guys as to how that works. It uses that center differential to be a little bit loose so it can actually work. Locks that drive shaft down, and you know, you guys hopefully heard it and saw exactly what happened there. But anyway, this thing, I'm ready to go drive it. I'm ready to get this thing outside. So I'm going to pack it up, get this thing ready to go on 4S and 6S, because, you know, we want to see how fast it is on both right out of the box, not with the speed gear, just right out of the box. That's what I'm about to go get started on now. So guys, be on the lookout for that video. It's going to be awesome. Check that description, that right there. Use those links for that right there. Make sure you subscribe, hit that red button, and thank you all for watching. Hey guys, if you're still watching and you're hearing this message, you are absolutely awesome. I want to tell you guys, you are the cream of the crop. Also, if you're listening this far, well, you know, if you want to help directly support Exocaged RC, got the channel memberships, $2, $5, $10, and $25. You get early viewing, and sometimes I get to put up a little extra footage for you guys. So guys, check that description, and thank you so much.